everybody, welcome to Kira with IBS. My credentials, Jew, it's a joke. I've had IBS for 20 years. I am not a doctor, I am just a patient, and so I am here to give you a wealth of knowledge. So, in this wealth of knowledge and my 20 years of experience, I have often asked myself the question, what do you do once you're diagnosed with IBS? How is it treated? So I'm going to talk about a couple schools of thought right now. The first school of thought is that there is actually something wrong with the cells going on in your digestive system. There's current research on, oh god, I am not a biologist, but there's a certain type of cell that causes more inflammation. There was research done that showed people with IBS have 3 times more nerve endings. These are things that say there's actually something wrong, we just don't know yet. We don't know yet what's going on. In this theory, along with there's something like actually wrong with our gut, is that this is why we might have special diets. So if you've heard of the low FODMAP diet, that's just one of them, cutting out legumes, gluten-free diet, things like this. This is sort of saying like your gut actually responds in a certain way to the things that move through it, and that is why you're having trouble. Along with that, I would call it like 1.5 theory. There's this theory of our microbiome is the reason it's happening. And so we have the wrong mix of bacteria in our gut. In this line of thinking, taking probiotics, prebiotic food that would be easily digested by bacteria, that is the type of things that we should be ingesting to help our IBS. The second line of thinking is that this is actually more of a neurological disorder. This is why if you've been diagnosed with IBS, they might send you to a nutritionist, but they will also usually send you to biofeedback. They will send you to a therapist usually, or a psychiatrist. They might put you on antidepressants, which is ironic because a lot of antidepressants cause stomach issues. So in this line of thinking, sorry, hair got in my mouth. In this line of thinking around this is a neurological issue is looking at the mind-gut relationship. And I'm sure if you've been diagnosed with IBS, you've had this reaction to whether it is like you go in for an exam and then suddenly you have to go to the bathroom, your first dates, you have to go to the bathroom, something stressful is going on. You know, it like we notice it. We notice it like the stress in our lives does affect the healthiness of our gut. When I talk about the mind-gut connection, what we mean by that is the way that our neurons are firing and the synapses that have been made and the pathways that are happening between our brain and our gut, they're not the same as a normal person's gut. So the pathways that are forming have been reinforced over and over again in this negative way. I also want to clarify that when I talk about stress, it's not just, oh, this really hard thing is going on in life. It can also be physical stress. So if you are exercising a ton, it can also be contributing to these pathways. When we talk about the mind-gut connection and working on that, it is, again, not saying this is in your head, you have control over your pain. That is not the case at all. We know with IBS, you are not trying to be in pain. But what we are saying is that we can work on fixing those the synapses going on. And so in this line of thinking, you know, you can go for a prescription medication that, you know, helps with psychological issues such as SSRIs or tricyclic antidepressants, or you could take a super natural approach, right? Like, I don't need to change the things I eat. I don't need to change the things I do. What I need to change is my own mental health and my own relationship to my gut. In this channel, I will be exploring kind of these two veins of thinking. I think in the end, everyone agrees it's an integration. I think you will find that, yeah, the food that we eat and what we put into our body matters. And at the same time, the way that we think and the way that we behave and interact with the world also is going to affect our gut. As you go through my videos and looking at all the methods that you can try, keep in mind that your gut is super trainable and that you can change whatever is going on with it. If you like this video, please give it a like, please subscribe so you can see more, and please comment down below. I am so curious, what method do you think is true for yourself? Do you like method number 1 the most, method number 2? Do you take an integrated approach? I'm so curious to hear what people are doing for themselves.